Howdy neighbors, David here. And today on Boondock Stallions, I'm going to go ahead and give my full spoiler review of Wonder Woman 1984. Before we do that, go ahead and give this video a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I can keep giving you more up-to-date content and more movie reviews because I'm still going to keep going to the movies to see things. I don't care what channel it's streaming on. Support your local theaters. Make sure that these things can get through this pandemic so that when it's over, they still exist for us to go. You might all say, David, you're being paranoid, but like with all the streaming services and Amazon Prime delivering everything to us and our TVs being on our phones and our laptops and our tablets, don't you feel like we're like right at the precipice for starting where they are in Wall-E? Like, isn't that what happened to the human race in Wall-E? Next thing you know, the planet won't sustain us and we're out of here. And so that's a joke. One of these, if you think I'm at all being serious, I need you to look up the word satire and then come back at me and we'll talk. If you like Star Wars, oh man, have I severely upset the fans on Facebook. Feel free to leave comments here. I allow all comments because I'd like to get a nice conversation going between people that are watching and everybody who's left comments here on the channel. You guys are doing a great job. You've been super respectful and awesome, and I greatly appreciate that. To those of you on Facebook, wow. I mean, wow, you guys. I think the funniest comment I got on a post about my Luke Skywalker video was a picture of Forrest Gump picking up the book for that girl at the college, and instead of a book, it's a crack pipe. And he said, "Excuse me, sir, I think you dropped your crack pipe." Hilarious, you guys. I love all the negativity. I can feel the Star Wars fan base being butthurt about it. And it makes me stronger. It keeps me young. It keeps the grays out of my hair. It's nice. So, Wonder Woman. This is going to be something of kind of like my Friendly Fire video. If you're familiar with what my Friendly Fire video is, it's a segment I'm going to start making more and more videos of where we talk about things that we love and the things that we didn't love about them. And Wonder Woman 1984 sadly ended up being something that I enjoyed, but I understand all the comments and reviews on Facebook where people are calling this movie a dumpster fire because from a certain point of view, yeah, dumpster fire is a nice word. I might throw in that bad boy. I mean, you know what? Let's start with all the positive things about it. All of the actors, Pedro Pascal, Gal Gadot, and Kristen Wiig, all amazing actors and actresses. All of them put out top-notch performances. There was nothing wrong with anybody's performance in that movie whatsoever. The acting was awesome. The special effects, the scenes, the music, everything was beautiful. It looked great. All the action sequences were very nicely done, very good choreography, and I will never, ever, 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 ever complain about seeing Amazonians because, well, you know, they're Amazonians. And so, let's see. That's about all the good I have for the movie, I'm afraid. Like I said, I feel if this movie had come out during Christopher Reeve's era in the 70s and 80s, it would have been an amazing movie to accompany those movies. It seems like they were trying to lighten the tone of the movies again unnecessarily. I mean, I know it worked for Shazam, but that Shazam, This Is Wonder Woman, we'd already established a good, solid, dramatic foundation in the first Wonder Woman movie. There was no need to be so nostalgia-y. And I mean, they nailed the nostalgia. Even though, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of all the blatant, it's 1984, look at me, let's distract you with the 1980s and not pay attention to the story. Because the story is where I think it all started to unravel, so to speak. I mean, the story is airtight. There's a little bit of questionableness going on behind some of the motives going on with the characters, but overall, you can let these things go because it works out really well. The problem is, it was too dang long. Oh my God, it was 2.5 hours. I was in the movie for 2.5 hours, and I'm pretty sure I had to pee in the first 20 minutes, but I'm a hero. Heroes don't go to the bathroom. And so I had to sit it out for 2 hours and 31 minutes. And I stuck around for the Easter egg because there was an Easter egg. Thank you, DC. I mean, you're not really Marvel, and so but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So let's start at the beginning because I've been told that the beginning is a perfectly good place to start. It started once again with a flashback to Princess Diana's childhood, and it's extremely unnecessary. There was no reason whatsoever to go and do that little flashback. As a matter of fact, the lesson that Diana learns at the beginning of the movie doesn't even come back to play in the rest of the movie. It's like, hi, here's a lesson. Moral of the story is you learn lessons and they don't actually ever pay off in life, and you learn it for no reason whatsoever, just like having a calculator on my phone, even though my teacher assured me that when I grew up there would not be a calculator with me all day. Riddle me that, Miss Bird. Riddle me that. And so the beginning was unnecessary, like I said, but I will never ever complain about seeing the Amazonians. And might I say that their skirts were just a little bit shorter than they were the last time, which also not at all a complaint. But let's see, that whole intro was a little unnecessary. If the intro monologue, once they jump into 1984, it plays exactly like the beginning of Superman or Superman 2, or even, you know what, even better, the Superman, that Richard Pryor movie, Superman 3. That's the one. Because let's face it, if you've seen Superman 3, it's not a Superman movie. It's Richard Pryor and his many adventures with Superman as a special guest. But it starts off like that, just following different characters, and I think they were trying to take on the verisimilitude attitude that Dick Donner put into making his Superman movies to the Wonder Woman movies. And while it's an amazing callback, and you always love it when directors and movies pay homage to others' directors and movies, especially when they're in the same genre, i.e. DC Warner Brothers superhero movies. So that nod was nice to the original Superman series, but like I said, unnecessary. And I'm pretty sure that the director absolutely loves the Christopher Reeves movies, because even the first Wonder Woman was littered with them, just not so in your face like that intro monologue. Which, once again, I grew up in the 80s. I miss the 80s. I love the 80s. It's a shame that my sisters got to be born first. You guys suck. I should have been the oldest child, but that's just me because I'm a spoiled youngest child. Anywho, so Wonder Woman, focus, David. It was long. Like I said, 3.5 hours, and I feel they could have knocked out 30 to 45 minutes. And so I say 30 to 45 minutes because I'm a jerk, but look at 30 minutes. Let's cut out 30 minutes and take it to 2 hours. You know, between 2 and 2:10, there's 20 to 30 minutes of that movie that was just and so it could have been tighter. The movie could have been tighter. I was bored in between good action sequences. It was like boring, boring, awesome, boring, 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 awesome, boring, mediocre, boring. It was so much. And I'm just saying, just tighten up the directing, cut, edit, suck it up. And once again, ooh, it was better than Birds of Prey. Ha ha! You're right. That really wasn't a high bar to have to cross. So I liked it. I mean, I know I've been up here complaining about it for the last 10 minutes, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time at the movie theater. I laughed at all the right places. I felt emotions at all the right places. Pedro Pascal, like, just stick with Grogu and the Mandalorian, and it'll be fine. Because, I mean, you didn't do anything wrong in the movie. The movie was really good, but sometimes it feels like they were just giving you scenes to give you scenes. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Pedro Pascal is a phenomenal actor. Pedro Pascal, like, all hail the Mandalorian. This is the way. But it feels like they were just kissing his butt because of his success of the Mandalorian and giving him more screen time than what was actually necessary. He could have been his scenes could have been not as long. I'm guessing there was a lot of runoff space with side story. Like they really, really, really tried to give you character development for too many characters. We didn't really need um, the whole Diana and Captain Trevor thing to be nearly as big a player as it was. I mean, we understand why it's important, but I feel like we missed out on a lot of Kristen Wiig's character development because I mean, not that she had a bad character development, she did phenomenal all the way through. I just would have liked a little bit more with her, especially at the end. And once again, I don't know what it is like with DC and special effects. Like, do you guys have the number to Industrial Light and Magic? I'm pretty sure you can get their services on Google. Um, like, they'll call you, they know who you are, and they've got special effects. I don't know if you know this or not, but Peter Cushing died in 1994, and they managed to give him a phenomenal performance from another actor in Rogue One. It was amazing. So, like, just keep it in mind for your next special effects budget, because there were a few times when I could see Gal Gadot's stunt double or her digital double, and it was just like cringeworthy, but not nearly as cringeworthy as that scene in the mall at the very beginning of the movie where the criminal's hanging the little girl over the balcony, very Michael Jackson-esque, and is going to drop her, and she's falling, and Wonder Woman holds her under her arm as she's catching her and going down with the lasso, and it's at that moment that what 7, 8-year-old little girl is built like a 25-year-old girl that does CrossFit. And so, I mean, just like, think about things like this when you're in special effects. Because I know it works if you're doing a quick shot, but you got to put that bad boy in slow motion. I'm just saying. Do you like my cup? I just got it in the mail today. It's Star Wars. So let's see. I guess I would give Wonder Woman 1984 a solid 5 because I didn't hate it. I guess that's it. If you stuck around to the end of the video, thanks a lot. So sorry the movie wasn't a little bit better. We could have gotten a little bit better. It was like a long. Do you remember the Simpsons episode Treehouse of Horrors? One of the early ones where they have Bart has the dream about the monkey claw, and the monkey claw grants each different person a wish. And yeah, it's that episode, but like with the Wonder Woman characters. There you go. Anyways, until next time, be excellent to each other and party on, dudes.